meeting, teacher, and good evening, everyone. So my name is Gong Reza, and I'm from Group 4. So today I'm gonna talk about the introduction of affective listening. So without further delay, let's moving to the introduction part, which is about the affective listening. So, what is affective listening? Affective listening is a vital skill in various aspects of life, from personal relationship to professional success. So, there are many strategies that can significantly enhance one's ability to listen actively and attentively. So, there are some strategies such as mindfulness, active engagement, emphatic listening, reflective listening, ask for clarifying the question, silent, nonverbal communication, manage distraction, and practice empathy. And last but not least is feedback and validation. So, so there are many strategy that can use in the active listening that I have that few that I have mentioned above. So let's moving on to next part, which is about the 7 type of effective listening. So in this part, I have divided into 7 parts. For the first one is attention. So what is attention in the effective listening? So for effective listener, give the full attention to the speaker, focusing on the word, tone, and body language. They avoid distraction and show genuine interest in what the speaker is saying. Second point is about open mind mindedness. So effective listener approach conversation with an open mind, suspending judgment and refraining from asking assumption about the speaker of their message. They are receptive to different perspectives and ideas. Third one is about empathy. Effective listeners try to understand the speaker feelings, emotions, and underlying motivations. They put themselves in the speaker's shoes and respond with empathy and compassion. Um, Next point is about nonverbal cue. Effective listeners pay attention to both verbal and nonverbal cues such as facial expression, gesture, and tone of voice. They use the cue to interpret the speaker message more accurately and respond appropriately. For the fifth point is about reflective responses. Effective listeners reflect on what the speaker has said and paraphrasing, summarizing, or asking clarifying questions, which show that they are actively engaged in the conversation and help assume uh, the understanding. Uh, moving moving on, next is about respect. Effective listeners respect the speaker right to express themselves freely and without interruption. They refrain from interrupting or imposing their own opinion, allowing the speaker to fully articulate their thought and feeling. Last but not least is about feedback. Uh, Effective listener provide constructive feedback when appropriate, offering insight or sharing their own perspective in a respectful and supportive manner. So that's all for my part. For the next part, will be presented by our group member. Thank you, teacher and everyone.
Good evening, lecturer, and hello, everyone. Thanks so much to the first presenter. My name is Jaim Linda. Now I'm going to talk about the characteristics of effective communication. So, what is effective communication? Effective communications is the process of exchanging ideas, thoughts, opinions, knowledge, and data that the message is received and understood with clarity and purpose. When we communicate effectively, both the sender and receiver feel satisfied. Moreover, effective communication must have a basic structure that enables the understanding to the listeners. And communication is very important when interacting with other people. Now let's move to the 7 characteristics of effective communication. First is clear. second concise, then concrete, next correct, coherent, complete, and the last characteristic of effective communication is courteous or polite. After that, let me explain all characteristics one by one. The basic characteristic is clear. It is the main idea that is easy to identify and understand. However, it's very important when you try to communicate something done clearly that the person who receives the message can easily grab it, so the ideas are understood without requiring a great effort of interpretation on the part. Second point is concise. Concise means that you get to the point without using any words or image. Keep it brief, avoid repetition, and delete unnecessary words. For example, you know the extent to which one must be devoted to explain a particular topic may be the most important point of communication. You have to include enough information to highlight all the key points, but it should not be enough to tie or lose the attention of other people. And the next part is concrete. Concrete refers to including specific examples and explanations. So when your message is concrete, your audience will have a clear picture of what you are telling them. On the other hand, detail is important, but not too much. Please try to include some standout facts and make sure you have a laser-sharp focus on your key message. This is another characteristic of effective communication. The word correct refers to the information, word choice, and grammar correctly. When your communications are error-free, you will look professional. That's why it's very important to double-check for mistakes. Next point is coherence. Coherence means that the information present in a logical sequence, that you connect all of your points and make them relevant to the key topic. Afterward, topics should be treated in order manner, relating ideas when necessary, but avoiding semantic jumps that may hinder global understanding. This will also help to keep the tone and flow of your message consistent. Another characteristic is complete. Complete refers to give enough information so the audience can understand you well, and supply your audience with all the information that it will need to make an informed decision or take action. For example, you are sending a reminder about meeting. Be specific, include details of the location, time and purpose, then ask people to respond. Now let's move to the last characteristic of effective communication. Courteous or polite means that having a friendly, openly, polite and honest tone. In addition, you always keep your audience viewpoint in mind and show that you empathize and understand their needs. This is the end of my part, so let's welcome to the next presenter who is Meng Chuang. Thank you.
Thank you, Tim, for a great presentation, and high respect to everyone that's staying until this point. And here's come to another point. It is effective strategy for listening. Okay, without any further more delay, let's jump straight into the point. Okay, another one of those many strategies is gonna be an active listening. By doing so, you have to be like in those conversations. It's have to be maintaining your eye contact, because without eye contact, it means nothing in the conversation. You cannot just talk to anyone, talk to anybody without like maintaining eye contact. If you talk to someone or you're listening to someone but your eye looks somewhere else, it's gonna be make the whole conversation awkward, and somehow it can lead to nonsense conversation. Yeah, so being a good listener, you have to be like maintaining your eye contact. Another point is gonna be like using verbal, non-verbal cue is gonna be like something like something like that, in order to show that you are really involved with that conversation, with that speech. When you're listening to them, you have to be like somehow have to knocking your head along, or let's say yeah, I understand, something like that. It's gonna be elevate your conversation into another level. By doing so, you'll be a good listener, as I said. And another point in this is going to be paraphrasing. You have to repeat or to confirm what the speaker said, what they want you to know, what they really mean to, by paraphrasing those sentences or those speak from them. Yeah, another great point in this strategy is going to be asking clarifying question. Because somehow people just come up to you and then they speak to you, they talk to you without giving you a full context of the conversation or of what they want to say. That's why you want to be a good listener, right? You want to be an active listening. So you have to ask questions in order to clarify what they are really mean to, or what is the other context that you have to know in order to make this conversation more like into another levels. It's about asking the question for the more context, for more information. Okay, now let's go to another strategy. It's easy, the strategy, and it's called minimizing distraction. The whole point of the conversation is staying focused, having eye contact, stay in the loop with someone that you are speaking to. So minimizing distraction is one of the strategy in order to keep the conversation interesting and elevate it to another levels. It's a simple, just turn off or set your electric device into a silent mode, like your phone's notification, like your smartwatch or your computer notification. You can turn it into the silent mode, yeah, or you can turn off the notification. And another one is choosing the right environment or the right place to have the conversation with people that you want to listening to, like a quiet environment, comfortable environment where you can like listening clear and like put emotional in it, something like that. And another one is going to be where it's going to be focused on speaker message without allowing external factor to interfere. This point is basically is focused on where you are, like you are at school or at a restaurant or at the like crowded place. So there's gonna be a lot of people in it. So it's to make it more like effective or to make it like more suitable for your speak. So you have to be like not allowing people to interrupt you while you're talking, while you're listening, or like you are staying focused just into the message that the speaker told you. Yeah, it's something like that. Okay, I think this point is about minimizing distraction and like, focusing attention. Yeah, and another point is gonna be talking about empathy and open-minded strategy, because we all know, right, in order to be a good listener, you have to put yourself in a speaker's shoe, understand their perspective, understand their feeling, their emotional, the thing that happened in their life or in their mind or what they are concerning about. By doing so, you will be fully like act as a good listener, and stop judging them or like without knowing the context or suspending judgment, and by this to truly comprehend the speaker message. By doing so, you have to open your mind and like consult to the speaker, something like that. Okay, another strategy is gonna be reflective listening. Talking about reflective listening is about this can be about self-reflection, encourage listener, speaker to listening to their own voice, or like use their emotion to trigger their message, or to give them a self-awareness about they're talking about. It's how a good listener do, and also summarize a key point and then repeat it to them, like this is what you are really concerning about, or this is truly the problem that you are like want to solve when the speaker say to us. So as a good listener, you have to have a reflective listening too. Okay. And another important factor or strategy is going to be feedback and confirmation. It's the whole thing about being a good listener. In the end, you have to be someone that can give them a feedback and give them a confirmation about their concerning. First, you confirm what their concern, like what is really your concern, and like what you are really want to sell, and then you giving feedback. It can be like some general feedback, can be some deep dive feedback, like into emotional state or something like that. Yeah, so the whole point is like giving a thing to make a speaker know that you are care about them, and you give them some suggestion or some strategy to solve the problem, solve the thing, and thing that. So in conclusion about this part about effective strategy for listening is involve a lot of active participation, like emotion, empathy, and commitment to understanding the speaker message, and implement this strategy. As a listener, we can enhance the communication, build a strong relationship, and also achieve a greater success in both personal and professional contact with someone that's speaking to you. So yeah, that's all for my point, and I'm gonna give the floor to my team to continue and giving a great presentation to all of you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, mentor, and let's move on to my part, which is effective strategies for communication. For effective strategies for communication, I have 4 steps, which is step 1, observation, step 2, feelings, step 3, needs, and step 4 is request. First one is step 1, observation, and the first component of effective communication is to observe what we hear or see without blaming, judging, or evaluating. And the reason objective observation is so vital is because when we add in our opinions, our words can be heard as criticism. This is what leads to a breakdown in connection and communication. Second one is step 2, feelings. The second component of effective communication is to express our feelings. We have been taught in our culture to express our thoughts more effectively than our feelings. As a result, many times we aren't even aware of what we are truly feeling. And this is counterproductive in truly connecting with ourselves as well as connecting with others. Examples of feelings are sadness, anger, frustration, and fear. Next step is step 3, needs. The third component of effective communication is expressing our needs. So often we ignore our true needs and then get defensive and upset when they aren't being met. If we can get in touch with our needs and express them both to ourselves and others, then our needs can be fulfilled. It is hard to expect others to respect our needs if we don't know what they are and we don't honor them ourselves. Examples of universal needs are autonomy, love, empathy, and support. The last step is step 4, request. This last component is the step that gets omitted in so many conversations and leads to misunderstandings. We tend to expect both ourselves and others to know exactly what request would satisfy our underlying need. The clearer and more specific our request can be, the easier it is to carry it out. A request is also best understood when it is done with positive language, clearing, explaining what you do desire and what you don't. Thank you, and that's all for my part. The next part will be presented by Songkhun. Thank you.
Thank you so much for your good explanation. After all you have known about the effective strategy for effective communication, right now I will let you know about the benefit of effective communication. Exactly, effective communication can have many benefits, including it builds better relationship. Effective communication can help build stronger relationship by meeting individual needs, sharing important information, and providing feedback. More example, in workplace, if we acknowledge about effective communication, we can make a lot of friends and the people around us will feel comfortable and trust because they believe that all of our words are meaningful and reliable. Secondly, effective communication improves conflict resolution. Effective communication can help prevent and resolve conflicts by making plans and goals clear to another. Because someone with effective communication has known about the process of negotiation and persuade clearly, so they can use those methods to deal with conflict effectively. Third, effective communication increases efficiency. When everyone on the team knows their role and what needs to be done, there is time wasted on misunderstanding and confusion. That's all of the results are from a good leader who has an effective communication and leadership in connection with their team, that all of the members respect and feel reliable. Fourth, effective communication improves productivity. When everyone understands their role and responsibility, they can work together more efficiently to complete tasks on time and within budget. Of course, to result like this, it claims a good team leader who has a tactic in team management and high responsibility. Fifth, increase employee engagement. When people has the information they need to perform well and can provide feedback, they can be more engaged in their tasks. The result that they perform well like this, they have high respect to their manager, who has good communication with employee without discrimination. And for another benefit, our effective communication include increased innovation, increased job or relationship certification, and it also help build trust and respect and help people learn more about each other feeling, short and common interest. That's all for my point, and I move on to Sister Zainat. Thank you.
Thank you, Songkhun. Hello, teacher and everyone. I'm Zainat. So right now, I would like to continue to benefits of effective listening. As we all know, there are many benefits of listening, but today I would like to rest only two main points to talk about benefit of effective listening. So the first benefit is improving personal growth and well-being. Listening helps us enhance learning through active listening, which allows us to absorb information effectively, remember details better, and gain deeper understanding from lectures, conversation, and presentations. Moreover, listening also helps improve emotional intelligence. Listening attentively to other emotions fosters empathy, compassion, and the ability to build stronger, more meaningful relationships. In addition, we can boost our self-confidence by listening. When we listen sincerely and offer thoughtful responses, we demonstrate respect and understanding, enhancing our self-worth and fostering trust with others. Secondly, the benefit of listening is professional success. Listening helps us build stronger teamwork. Effective listening is crucial for collaboration. It allows you to understand teamwork's idea, build consensus, and contribute meaningfully to achieving their goals. More importantly, listening also helps us improve our leadership. Great leaders are attentive listeners. They can inspire and motivate others by understanding their needs, concerns, and aspirations. Last but not least, listening also leads to effective networking. Listening fosters genuine connection, allowing you to build a strong network of colleagues, mentors, and potential collaborators, opening doors to new opportunities. Overall, the benefit of listening extends far beyond the immediate act of hearing. It enriches your personal life, fosters deeper relationships, and empowers you to succeed in your professional fields. By cultivating the valuable skill, you become a more empathetic, effective, and well-rounded individual, contributing positively to the world around you. Now let's move on to the next point, that is the last point of our presentation, that is going to talk about conclusion. In conclusion, the journey to effective listening and successful communication is covered with mindful practice and strategy implementation. While this skill may seem innate, they blossom through conscious effort and a willingness to learn. Embrace opportunities to actively listen, seeking to understand rather than simply wait to respond. Show genuine interest, ask clarifying questions, and provide thoughtful feedback. Remember, communication is a two-way street. Cultivate empathy, respect, and open-mindedness in your interactions. Investing in effective listening and successful communication is an investment in yourself and your relationships. It unlocks deeper understanding, fosters trust, and paves the way for collaboration and personal growth. Embrace the journey, practice the enjoyment, and witness the transformative power of communication in your life. Now it's come to the end of our group presentation. Thank you, teacher and everyone.